Hello guys, welcome back to Written in Stone. Your boy CD here. Like I always do, thank you so much guys for always engaging our content. The last engagement on the content we posted last was so massive. I was blown away. I was happy. I was motivated to do more. And that's why we are here, of course. And today we are continuing on the journey of creatives and their life, what is happening inside, how they are doing their stuff and everything. Because of that, I have brought my Oga to you guys. You see this guy that you guys are seeing here? This guy is a creative genius. And I'm not even whining. If you go on his Instagram and you check his works, my God, many times I go on his page for design inspiration, knowledge. He does design breakdown once in a while.
Once
and
in a
then
while.
and then
Sharp.
you just see his stuff and you are wondering, how do you do it? Because man, I've seen designers and then this is a designer. I promise you, this is actually a designer. So I want you to tell them your name and yeah, what have you been up to?
Good day, my chairman. Yeah, so I'm D Vince. Vince, when you see THE for my name, so D Vince, right? So my name, the name my parents gave me, Victory Awe, but then God gave me Vince. Yeah, so yeah.
Victory,
so
I'm Victor, yeah. Yeah.
Same thing. You are Vince too.
I think we should start like this. Where and how did Vince grow? Because
Where
I
did he come
believe
from?
personally that your kind of design must have been inspired by something from your background. And
Okay.
so personally for me now, I grew up in a home where we are computer literate, right?
Okay.
I just wasn't interested in design.
Yeah.
You understand? I wasn't really. My brothers then they would use Microsoft Word to design logos for themselves and do all those things.
Okay,
And I'll be
great.
laughing at them. I'm like, what's this rubbish? But
Yeah.
but it was good.
Yeah.
They were doing that, and we were computer literate, right? When it was time for me to pick up laptop and start designing in 2020, of course, circumstances and everything
Yeah.
informed that the COVID, I needed
Yeah,
to be doing something
COVID.
so that I would not go hungry
Yeah.
and stuff. And just to cut the long story short, something informed me. God also directed me to a couple of stuff
Yeah.
at the time,
Yeah.
and design was part of it. And here I am now.
Yeah.
So my style of design, the reason why I'm doing design was actually informed by my background and the things that I was exposed to prior to being a designer,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
for you as a designer, what has informed your
What has influenced
life?
my decision
Yeah.
to become one? So, funny thing is, I actually did not think I was going to be a designer at all, right? So, I'm first an artist, right? I create
Exactly.
art.
You see now.
Yes. So, I'm first an artist. So, right from time, I've always been an artist, like drawing with and making comics. I used to make a lot of comics, secondary school, primary school, right?
Yeah.
Then I remember it was during COVID too. During COVID, right?
Actually,
I
COVID
saw
made a lot
a
of
friend.
designers.
I don't even notice there was a trend where people were using these digital art display pictures, Mr. Macaroni and all of them. Where
Okay, I
their PFP, their profile picture will be like an art of themselves.
Yeah. That it should not be comical. Like all those,
So
it should be
there was
comical,
one of my guys that had it. I was like, okay, how did he do it? I was interested. I just another time. So that's why the tool I use is not like a barrier at all. I just picked up like my phone that time. It was an Infinix. I was using my hand, right? Picked up the software. Told me, okay, they did it with the software. Picked up the software and I just used my hand to just create something. The first thing I did was really good. I was asking for tutorials. But then after, the second was a huge leap. So I'd done art. So I remember there was one of my retreats. So before my birthday, like I go on like 7 retreats, right? I remember it was it during that COVID time, maybe a year after. I went on one and I was just trusting God after, and He told me that I was going to make art for the kingdom. But then I was like, what does that even mean, right? I mean, what do you mean I should make art for the kingdom? Then I was thinking like, okay, it's going to be comics, because I had no idea what it meant at the time. But I remember I was just doing random arts, right? And then I became a member of Munzayan Comics.
Yeah.
But then funny thing, I actually did not do anything there too. But yeah, became a member of Munzayan Comics, right? Then from there, I don't know, I became like, so my youth in church, so I just started working on designs for them. I know I've started weekly programs for the prayers. I would take it upon myself to use Canva, do like certain designs, because I was youth president at the time, to do designs for the Bible study.
I'm a youth too.
Do designs for the Bible study, do designs for the, I remember I was on IT then, so I'll go to work, then come back at night and do the designs with Canva, right? Bible study every week. And from there, they saw that was good. There was my province, Ogun Province 27, right? So there was a provincial convention. Went there, used Canva. From there, started doing stuff with Canva till like go to where I am now. So now my style is usually like a fusion of arts.
Because that's
and
what you
design.
were doing before you became a designer.
So design for me is expression. It's just freedom. There's nothing that boxes me in. So if I'm designing,
That
I
makes
fuse
sense.
art into it. So yeah.
That's a very good story. I think COVID actually made a lot of designers,
Yeah.
as it made
Yeah.
a lot of other people.
Mhm.
You understand? So I think COVID did a lot of us good.
Yeah.
I started designing because there was COVID-19,
Yeah.
so there was the pandemic,
Yeah.
so everyone was
at home.
at home, and you
And-
have to just do something to continue to be alive
Mhm.
if you don't want to see
And,
God.
and at that particular time, there was this array for tech skills.
Exactly,
So just had to pick up some.
everything is a starter for something that you can become.
Yeah.
Like COVID-19 now was a starter for a lot of us. Like it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was bad, it was negative in
Mhm.
the sense at the time,
Yeah.
but see the things that we made out of it. So
Yeah.
I think one thing to pay attention to with this is that when something bad is happening around you, you can look for opportunities in it.
Yeah.
Right, you
Yeah.
understand? So that makes sense, right? Now, starting to design is not as important as making it with design.
Mhm.
So for me now, thank God for my first mentor, IO. Shout out to IO.
Yeah.
His name is Ife. Great guy.
Yeah.
If I would do a design, it was as bad as this. I would do a design until he approves the design.
You
I
push
would
it
not
out.
send it to the
Yeah.
client.
Mhm.
It was as bad as that because I just wanted to make sure that I was putting out something good. Then after him, I had Pastor Richard.
Vote.
I had Boss.
Daddy vote.
We can never talk about
Daddy
our
vote.
creative journey, especially Redeem guys, PSF
Yeah.
people, and not mention Pastor Richard. Just shout out to Pastor Richard
Like,
anytime, any day.
Anytime, any day.
So I had him, and then I started learning from them Trapper by observation
Yeah.
and stuff, and
Yeah.
that was how I became who I am today. Of course,
Yeah.
with other people's influence, right? So my question is for you, because 2 years ago I didn't know you.
Yeah.
2 years ago I didn't know Vic Junior.
Mhm.
I've known Ejiro for a while. That's
Yeah.
Jairo. I've known her for a while. I've known Pastor Richard for a while,
Yeah.
of course. I've known Trapper for a while. I've known Concord for a while. All these guys, right? I didn't know you. And then suddenly, I know that you have been cooking, of course. You started
Yeah.
since 2020.
Yeah.
How was it for you penetrating the industry and then getting to a point where you can be in the circle that you are now?
I'm part of, right? So I think I think you always find purpose in service, right? It's in service. So it's not like I think I know because from experience, not just with my life but with other people, right? Because I remember I was going to work. It's funny, this life. We know where we are meant to be at, but at the time when we are confused about purpose, we probably will not know where we are meant to be at.
Yeah.
So I'm RCF in lag. I finished from in lag. So I remember I was meant to join the workforce and I did not know which workforce to join. And I was already painting. So I was thinking, okay, protocol, I was trained. I was trained, right? But then I just, media started to make sense at media. So I joined media and I started serving. And then it started to make sense. I think there's someone, Darren, Street Church. You know Darren?
Okay.
Darren. Yeah, she's like one big, what's it called? She's like my destiny helper. Someone that got set like in front of me and someone that she brought me to Street Church. So,
wow.
Right. So Darren, then from there, worked with Street. I was consistent with R7 Lax Designs. Right. And from there, grew to the point. I started working with different teams in RCG. I was like, okay, Vince, right? And then I remember there was one day I was just working and then I just got the leading. So I asked Darren how I could get into PSF. And then they came and they were like, okay, there are a lot of designers and they might take a while. But Darren basically told me that there are a lot of designers, yeah, but if you're different, and there's no way. Like got there and then someone else, Nimi, PSF too. Nimi is, I used to disturb him every day in his DM. Till now, right, he's my boss, Right, so got there and then Nimi too, so I became part of PSF. Started working with my guys now, Vic, VCK, OG, Thesiidy.
Biggest guy.
My mommy,
Comedian.
MI, and a lot of the guys, right? And from there, the funny thing was they that connected me with the guys that I work with for Nursing too.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy, Darren. Don't worry. Darren has my heart anytime.
Shout out to Darren. I don't know you like that, but after now, I'll go and search about you.
Yeah. But then it's just God's grace, literally. For me, it has been God's hand. Because I've been taking from a point where, I was cooking, but I know the funny thing, Darren, so I had a time in my life, and I think a lot of creatives, they battle with that too. I think early creatives, especially Christian creatives, they don't think they should push out their work. I think I made a post about that on Instagram too, where they think that because their work is for God, so they don't take the glory to themselves, they don't push it out, right? So I was talking with Darren and she was like, okay, there are people that will need what you do, but they don't know that you exist.
I still told someone this thing, and I said that it is the good work that people can see that they will patronize. If your work is good and they can't see it, there's no point. So you have to make sure that people can see what you do. And that's called selling yourself.
And every vision, every God's given vision is global. So it's not for your local
Locality.
church.
That
It's
makes
global.
sense.
It said you cannot light the candle put under a bushel. It should be set on top of a hill.
In here.
So that Gentiles will come to the light and
Of the
kings will not be able to
horizon.
come. But they'll not be able to come, they cannot see the light now. You get
At
so
the star,
so
the wise men see, where then they go
yeah,
look for
we then they
Jesus.
follow.
If they no sister, they no go know where Jesus
Yeah.
dey.
So I think that thing keeps a lot of creatives boxed in. So there's now when I begin to understand that God needs your light to shine for him to really get glory from your gift.
Okay.
So you start putting your stuff out there.
That makes
So
sense.
that light, as you said, it's like lit up something. Like, okay, this makes sense. So from there, like this, I started flying.
So apart from the skill and the community, would you say that being a designer in 2025 is a profitable venture?
Yes, it is.
How
It is.
profitable?
Actually, it depends on your level of insight and knowledge. So for instance, I remember Vote saying something. He said for every level that you're at, their clients at that level. So don't get it. So
For every level, that
yeah,
you're
there are
at,
clients at that
there are
level.
clients at that level.
So once you shift levels, I know the funny thing, there are clients that already start to see it. So once you are like at the level you start out, and you have, I mean, your first set of clients will be like your family members, your guys, and your friends. And this one thing, if you're doing something that your guys don't know that you're doing it, you've not started. It's a problem. I mean, everybody needs to know that you are doing what you're doing, right? And then if you progress, as you're progressing, those beginner clients, the people can always see the lights and see the potential. So I remember there were certain clients that they saw that, okay, this guy was going to go up, so they started telling me down that as I go, we cannot forget them.
I have clients like that I'm loyal to. So I designed for a couple of people. My design pricing has grown, but I respect some people enough that the money I've been charging them since 2020 is what I'm still charging them now. It has become service to me because at the time that I needed to grow and I needed cash flow, these were the people that helped me. Of course, some people will overdo it, and then of course I'll let them go. But for some very honorable people, I give them that honor too, right? I don't change my pricing for them. I've changed pricing like 2-3 times in the last 3 years, and I just let them. And I don't even tell them, you understand? I let them feel very comfortable. So those clients are those were the clients that didn't allow me go hungry. You understand? So I respect them enough to give them that privilege and honor, right? So it makes sense. It makes sense that they would ask they will ask you to calm down for them.
So your question, it's totally profitable. It depends on what you know, right? And you don't need to be in a rush as you progress. For instance, you can be charging a certain price. You think it's fine. Your guy just comes and then he commits and you go to work somewhere, and then another designer that you know that, okay, skill wise, you do the same level. The guy is charging way more than you are. So now when you are going back to you said you go increase your price.
You increase price now.
And
then you have confidence.
Right, you have confidence.
When I started designing, I was afraid to charge 500 naira. The first time I collected 2K for design, I felt like a god. I felt like, am I, is this me? 2,000 naira for flyer that I made with phone. I'm about to be a millionaire.
I remember, this thing is actually interesting, but I remember when I was making art, there was one guy, so it was his girlfriend's birthday, so he asked me to paint art before anything. I remember I spent almost the entire day painting that thing from obviously. I just started out, right, and to progress, to get easier. Someone told me that, oh, this is not profitable, and then they pay me like, was it 1.5? Yeah, it's not probably. I started to think about it that well, now that same painting I finished in about an hour 30 minutes, and I'll get paid in like 5. Like there are no limits to how much you can collect. Literally, it depends on your level of knowledge and who you build yourself to be.
Skill.
And it's definitely, I think it's more about who you build yourself up to be, right? Who you are, and your level of insight, like what you can offer.
I like the idea of build yourself to the point where you can be able to charge whatever you want to charge. That makes sense. So I would like to ask you, are you afraid that one day people will not need to buy your services again because of AI?
I think it's with the advent of AI. I think how internet came to be, where it changed the entire like how we lived in general as humans. I think AI is going to do the same thing too. Where once it gets like really progressive, it's going to affect how we communicate. Like even down to the level
already doing that
as human beings, right? So I'm sorry, very before. I was going to say that I think the people that still have an edge with those that know how to evolve. So as things are evolving,
like
you know how to transform, like transformers, evolve with the times, right? I mean, I know one of the barriers. So you are in 2025, you're like you're not going to use AI as your business, so you're probably going to suffer, right? Because and one reason why people don't want to use AI is their pride. you be like, they don't want to
You
write.
must use your brain
But
for everything.
but you know the funny thing, they're still not using their brain for everything. Because, for instance, a designer, their resources, some of the resources that I used, they were made by another designer.
Yeah.
No, before AI, so if you go to Pinterest, you see like designs where that they've already made like 2 or 3 designs together to form one design. So you see it, you like it, and use it as a resource. But you did not make that background.
Exactly.
So it's still not from scratch. The point of a design is storytelling. So whatever you can do to tell the story in a way that it resonates with your target audience.
That's what you should do.
That's what you should do.
So you don't think AI will take our job?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Because for every, it's interesting because it applies not to just design, but to every niche. Writing, copywriting, videography, video editing, photography. That's even the scariest.
Photographers, I promise you, like, photographers right now, they shake.
Bro,
have you seen all those guys? Like, they would prompt you so
crazy,
good that you will not even be able to identify that this thing is not real.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Photographers, those people should actually double up. If not, I even me like this, my next year birthday, I don't did. Now I go use. No worry, I know they do photo shoot.
But the funny thing is, even with those things, people that will discover how to really prompt them, those engines, are the photographers themselves.
Yeah.
So the thing is, so it applies to. Let me talk from point of a designer now. So certain things I'll be able to do with the certain AI engines that are for design that a normal person will not be able to do.
Exactly.
So it takes the knowledge of a specialist in that field to be able to effectively use an engine that is built for that field.
So like someone said, the person said that AI will not take your job. The person who knows how to use AI for their jobs are the people that will take your job.
Because if I'm working on design, if I'm prompting, I'm thinking like a designer. And I'm directing.
Yeah.
So if you're just coming and you give me a design, I mean, we've tried it, people that have tried it now. You go to ChatGPT, book in design for me, you will always know that it's AI generated.
That makes sense.
You will always know because it's not there yet. So if even the Gemini itself, I'm sure there are certain prompts that you get, but there are certain results you can only achieve for photography if a photographer was the one that prompted it. Because there are certain technical terms that are for his niche that you'll be able to use that will like help to streamline the results that the engine will give.
That makes sense.
So it applies to every niche too. So even if everybody's shining like, okay, Gemini, you just put me inside suits, you always still know that it's not professional. And there's certain shots that only photographers can give in a video, right?
There is this belief that when you work with big people, you are a big person. I don't believe it. I've worked with a couple of big people. I'm still working with a couple of big people, celebrities, and sometimes you even you prefer to work with people that are not celebrities because they just stress you. Like they stress you because, of course, because they have a kind of image online that they want to preserve, and that makes sense, right? But because of that meticulous scrutiny, it stresses you as a designer. Even though some might push you to be better, but some obviously are just stress. And the monetary reward is not as good as you even need to keep up life than the expectations of people.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot mention this brand. So I wanted to share a story of how I designed for a music cover for a particular artist, and many people were. Somebody even reached out to my babe, say Victor Loche design it must be really good. It must be really like they are saying like I'm sorted, like you understand. But it wasn't so. I was just paid for a regular job, and the stuff blew up. And even I didn't expect that it would blow up like that. I just took the job as far. You want design? Give me design, make I run and stuff like that. So would you say that you want to continue to work for big people, like popular people, or you just want to be a low-key designer? Make I just do my work, make I do alright. So do you think it adds to you?
So I think more than adding to me, I think it adds to the growth, right? I mean, I like the collaborations, right?
So that's the thing. You are probably fortunate enough to get people that will collaborate with you. Only one person has done this for me, and he followed me back on Instagram and then mentioned me on the post. Only one person. I've worked with a couple of people in this industry. Only one person did that, and I was so grateful. I'm like, this is what I want. If everybody can do this, more people would have seen me, and I would probably not be where I am today. Do you understand? So that means the collaboration is the work.
Yeah, the collaboration is the work. Because if you work on something for someone, nobody's going to know that you know I did it. You know the funny thing, even if you post it on your page, the people that you know will probably not still know because of your reach,
Yeah,
your limited reach.
exactly.
So what I do is that if I work when I work on a big project for an artist of like about a big conference or a big concert, like AU's Examonto
Yeah.
or work on them Johnson Judah and the rest of the other works. But what I do is after I'm done with it, so I always I make my own post, right? But I now tell them that okay, I'm gonna make a post. Are you fine with me collaborating with you? And then almost every single time they're always fine with it. Right. I think
Those are just good
yeah,
people,
yeah. So there was
honestly.
only one artist and I actually respected it. He told me to wait for like 1 week. I'm guessing he had like a series of scheduled posts already.
Yeah.
So I mean, but then for every collaboration, you get to appear on that person's page. So from that you get more reach.
Yeah.
So
That's
yes.
the honesty. I think it is
Yes.
for us now to just also educate our clients
Mhm.
that if I've done a good job,
Yeah,
it is not a
always
bad thing
yes.
for you to tell
Mention me
people that
that
I
I
was
was
the
the
one
one.
who did it
It should be a
and
thing of pride.
recommend me. Well,
It's necessary actually.
the part of recommendation I'm grateful for.
Mhm.
Almost all the jobs I have
Of
now,
course,
they
yes.
are recommendations.
Of course.
Since I started design, I
Normally,
never carry
normally.
CV go anywhere.
Sure.
You understand? I
You
never carry CV go anywhere. And a person go
uh,
say, this guy, very good
is
guy,
good. Give him.
try him out.
Yeah.
And then I deliver something
Yeah.
good. The person will also tell this one will also tell this.
Mhm.
And all the jobs I'm doing now, they were recommendations. So I'm grateful for that. But I just feel like our clients can do more for us. Every
Yeah.
time, just like you do makeup or you do your wedding,
And
and then you will mention your makeup artist, your
mention that.
Ashwebi and designer, your gele, the person that made your shoe. You will
Yeah.
even mention international brands.
Yeah.
And then the person that did the branding for your event will be missing on the list.
Yeah.
Please
So
help us.
I think they're now more open to doing it now, sir. But I remember Dunsin, I think he has set a pace in the entire industry. I don't know, but I think he has because for every cover, he takes his art very seriously.
I know that one.
So for
you
every
can see the
cover art,
details in it.
that he pushes out. So if you check the process, the people that were involved, and if you notice every like project that comes out now, they're always listing like the VFX artists, the blah 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 blah, like all those things like movies. Everybody that was part of the entire thing is there, and
That
it's
makes
good.
sense. It's good.
So like if people want to get stuff like that done, they can always go to the right
always
person to
reach
get it
out,
done.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
So now, 5 years from COVID, this is what we are talking about.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years, what do you think we'll be talking about?
So if I'm going to talk about anything, maybe
You have been married, Abby.
I don't know.
You don't know, okay? Please,
I don't know.
why you designers? See people should go and marry. Now only photographers and pastors marry this year and
I'm
last
married
year.
to Photoshop.
I know you don't even
Yeah,
you don't do
that's
that over here.
right.
You don't do that over here. You have to get married.
I think one thing I'm talking about in 5 years will be how I've impacted the entire African space. How I've impacted, I've shaped how do people think globally. Yeah, because I think Vince. So I was talking with somebody. Vince is going to be a name that. So Vince literally stands for conquer. Right.
Vince is that an English word?
So no, it's Latin.
Latin.
So it's Latin. So
he have conquered Jericho.
So I'm on a quest to conquering the world. Yeah. So in 5 years, I would have done a lot of conquering.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
In 5 years.
Yeah. So the systems that people have put in place, the ideologies, the way people think, things that people like, dislike, breaking systems, smashing systems, shifting boundaries is part of what I am. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Sure. Designers are believed to be very disrespectful, rude, very nonchalant, and I think it is this culture of remote work and normal corporate work, go to work 9 to 5, but now we are freelancers in the sense. Now, we are not excellent anymore because there is no structure for discipline. You can tell someone now literally that I'm working on your design and you are not working on it. But if you are at the office, you have to be working on it because that is why you came to work. You understand? So, do you think one of the reasons why people think designers are very nonchalant, not disciplined, do you think it is the culture of remote work, or it is just because of their personality as individuals? No. So for me now, one of the reasons why my clients love me, apart from the fact that I deliver on time, is because I respect them. I understand that I am making a living by your funds, you understand? I cannot disrespect that mutual benefit that we are getting from ourselves. So do you think this freelancing is affecting productivity and discipline?
Yeah. So I think the issue is not the freelancing. The issue is that designers or creatives or they need to stop thinking like service providers, start thinking like people that will be great. I was reading a book, I think the art of advertising, right? I think read books, right? And I think he talked about how your word should be your word. So there are certain things that matter apart from your skill. Soft skills, communication. That is crazy. Communication seems like
People
it's
management.
communication seems like it's a small thing till you get it right or till you don't get it right. If you say you're going to deliver, because you're building a brand, your brand is yourself, right? Building a brand. So people need to be able to trust that first. When you get jobs, what gets them in is the skill, but what retains them is their experience with you.
It's you. UI.
Yeah, you are.
UX. UX.
Yeah, actually.
UX. Now your UI
Right.
go bring them,
Yeah.
but now your
Yeah.
UX go retain them.
So it's your skill that will draw them in, right?
Yeah.
You like it. But then did they like working with you? Like I said, I'm still thinking of service providers, and one thing that they always want jobs so they can get paid money to settle up bills. But then you're at the expense of that, you're losing trust. Because if you say you're going to deliver at a time because you want to get money, you don't deliver at that time, you've lost trust. People can't trust you. And if you're going to be great, if you're going to be big, if you're going to be what's called a brand that is reliable, it's more than the skill, and it's more of the experience with working with you. And it's how to retain clients. You know the funny thing about certain big organizations, they might not have 100 clients, they can have 5 that keep coming back.
Yes. And that 5
big ones, yes. Not 5 big ones that they can't go anywhere because this person and this person is my person.
Yeah.
So if you have, you can even always gauge it by when you work on something and the client will not come back. You know that, okay, you've messed up. So
a very short story. Someone recommended me to someone. They reached out. I did the design. It was good. They approved it. But at the point of payment, she was angry because when I sent her a bill, she was like, no, the design is not worth this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. Then she sent the money angrily. I now reached out to her. I said, I understand that you might have thought this design will not be up to this, but this is what I charge for my designs. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you from the beginning. I thought it would not be a problem, but now I've learned that I should tell you so that you are prepared. If you want to do, you can. If you don't want to, then you can go, right? Or we can even negotiate. So what I now did was, I owe you one design. That anytime that you need a design, just come to me. I will do it for you for free, just to make sure that you are happy. I'm not saying I have under-delivered. I'm concerned about our happiness. You understand? And then recently, the person texted me to ask for a design, and I did it. Now the person even asked me whether I want to be paid for it or not. He just took the design and left. And I like that. At least I have fulfilled my promise. You understand?
Yeah.
So I have given that person an experience. That person wants to do any design now. I can know that they will think of me.
Yeah.
Before they think of another person. So the experience.
Yeah. I think certain skills. I know designers always come from the point they're always very defensive because design is like a baby, right? So you've done it, you've delivered, right? Always try to put yourself in the shoe of the client. Always communicate.
Yeah.
I know there are times that we have a lot of things to do, so exceed deadlines. If you're going to exceed, communicate it before the time. Don't ghost. No, there are times that you'll be like, okay, you're not saying anything. You deliver it. So once you pass the line, you just ghost. You not post your status, not post anywhere. You now deliver it. Bam! I'm like, this is the design. After like one day or 2 days of past deadline. So if you're not going to deliver as at the time you're meant to deliver, send why. Communicate. It puts their mind at yes, apologize. Communicate.
Now the money they go give you go take.
Don't get. They paid you. Money don't be water.
But that's why some people are leaving money on the table.
Yes, now. So it's people always go for people that they can trust. It's not about the skills, it's reliability.
I always say that I'm not the best designer. I don't claim to be the best designer. I don't care to be a best designer. You understand? But my clients love me and trust me.
Yeah. I think what every designer should work towards, more than skill. I think we're at that point. I think I've said before that we're past that point where we're talking about how good the design is. There are a lot of good designers. Plenty. So now we are at the point where we want to be perfect. Not just as a designer, not just in design, but all around, complete. So I'm actively working on myself. I get to that point where there's no fault. Someone comes to me to work on something and they can't find any fault with how I handle their project. From communication, so I related with them, the entire process from start to finish glorious.
That makes sense. That's something.
No fault at all. Did not default with time, deadlines. You always, they could always reach me. I was always available. I delivered as at on time. Excellent. Because the work will always be excellent, of course. But then what I delivered was what they wanted. You know, many times our clients will not like what you did, but because you just take it, they'll just take it.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
So more than the work that you'll be delivering is how you work with them. That is very important. Very, very important. How you work with them. And it's actually very important too. That determines if they'll come back. And that determines if you get more referrals.
Yeah.
You just notice after you've gone a stretch of working on a lot of jobs, and after a while, you just notice there's nothing. Normally, if you've worked on things, people should refer you to more things.
Everybody needs design.
Everybody needs design. Don't get
design these days. Like
design
crazy.
is not scarce. So if you don't have job,
it's probably something
there's an issue. There's an issue. One, you probably not put yourself out there. Many people don't know that you're doing what you're doing. Or two, the people that you've worked with
don't like you, and they will not
did not
recommend
like
you.
Yeah, they will not recommend you.
Mr. Vince,
Okay.
thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank you.
This is Vince. You have to tell them your handle, please.
Yeah,
People need to go and check
Instagram.
your handle.
THE.VIINCEE. The Vince.
This is Vince, my Oga Kwata. Thank you so much for coming again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for watching. This is Written in Stone, and we have written another thing in stone today. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, SIIDY the Creator. Thank you. I beg, let me tell them to subscribe. Because these people
Subscribe.
now, that's why you can beg them, they don't go subscribe.
Tap down there.
Tap.
Subscribe.
It doesn't bite.
It does not bite.
So please subscribe, like, share, and also comment. I'll see you on the next one. This is Written in Stone.